Hey viewers, welcome to another game of Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're doing a game between Jaedong playing as JDRC and AG? It's EG, man. And SD Bomber, also known as just Bomber. So yeah, we are going to play a Zerg versus Terran. Yeah, it's EG JDRC. I just yeah, completely derped on that. Anyhow, well, we see the standard play coming out. Both players just producing whatever they need to get their economies rolling, and we will see some pretty standard play, I think, in the beginning. Yep, a wall off coming off here. And then, of course, we're going into barracks and complete the wall off with the supply depot. Either that or, well, potentially you could go for a command center into barracks, and that would wall off as well. Although normally we don't see that. Normally we just see the barracks into supply depot, and that would complete the wall off and give you a little bit safer opening. It is, of course, possible to do both. But it seems that he is indeed going for the command center because he's saving up. And of course our Zerg player is also just saving it up. But he only has to go to 300 where the Terran player has to go to 400. Of course he doesn't have a scout on this, so he doesn't know what's happening. And that is kind of risky because there is no wall off. And if Jaedong here rushed for, well, early spawning pool, so a super early spawning pool like a 5 pool, or 6 pool I think that is, then he would have been in the base already now with his Zerglings, and he would have definitely done some great damage. So indeed we are going to see command center into barracks, and that is exactly what I said wouldn't happen, but could happen. Yeah, it is kind of a standard thing to do, but it is not the standard thing to do. It's like the number 2, I guess. Yeah, we are going to build an extractor here. We're going to see our spawning pool coming up, and I don't think he will have the 100 minerals, so that's, or the 100 gas that is necessary for the speed upgrade when it pops. So he's not going for that, I have to conclude from this. Probably going into roaches, because roaches, yeah, they do require some gas, but not a whole lot. So they do require you to at least invest something in that early on, but you don't have to build an extractor super early to get that done. So let's see what he's going to build next, because currently we are almost at the 100, and yeah, there goes the building. No, he's not going to build anything. Okay, so we are going to get queens out, obviously, and yeah, we are going to go to the speed anyway. So he was a little bit late on that, but yeah, well, decided, well, it's good enough. Of course, normally I expect these guys to time that perfectly, and yeah, he just didn't time it perfectly, so I kind of assumed he would go for something else. But speed Zerglings, of course, yeah, you can't really beat that in the early game, damage-wise as well as pressure-wise. And defense with Zerglings, yeah, not that good, but it is still pretty decent. So what are we doing with this queen? Is it going to? It is going to spawn one of those creep tumors with the next 25, and we are going to get a new queen up. So this queen also doing the same thing. It is going to lay down a creep tumor, and of course that means that this hatchery will not get a new injection of larvae, and yeah. Oh, it is going to get one. Wow, I'm really misjudging all of these plays. I kind of assumed he was here to link up these two bases, but apparently not. Apparently only is going to go one queen. And yeah, it's because it's such a strange play every time. I mean, he was too late now on the hatchery larvae spawn for, well, for the reason that, well, he just derped it up. I mean, he ran his queen out from his hatchery and then couldn't really get anything done with it because it was too far away. So yeah, we are going to get an overlord in here just to get a scout, but there is a bunker on the front, but nobody in the bunker. However, yeah, 2 Hellions out, that is good enough. 2 Hellions will do the trick behind this barricade. And he did 0 damage there. Well, not actually 0, he did 4 damage. yeah, so got one hit off basically, and that is not good enough. So 4 Hellions out now, and we're going to see whether or not these Zerglings can actually hold this off, because normally they will not be able to do this. And yeah, we will have to see if they can actually make it work. But yeah, that is the problem. 3 Hellions will one-shot these Zerglings, and you can see that they get damaged pretty heavily. So this is 1 hit, this is 2 hits, and then yeah, the 3rd hit will kill them. So yeah, quite a lot of them dying to this little Hellion push. But he is just trying to, well, get his defense up before this army gets here. And he is going to defend this with just Zerglings. By the way, this is a best of 7. I know I didn't mention that, but it is a best of 7, and this is game number 1. So we have plenty to play for, but I'm going to have to guess that these Hellions are going to decide this game for the most part. Although losing Zerglings is not really a big deal. But they are going to do very well. And they are in fact going to take out quite a lot of those Zerglings, and we'll see the units lost after this this kind of is resolved. So units lost, resources lost, yeah, resources lost pretty much equal. The Hellions could have done better, but I guess the control of the Zerglings was good enough to actually make that work. So the 2 bunkers get cancelled. We're going to go into 2 barracks, and yeah, what are we going to do then? I mean, these Zerglings are there for a reason, and wow, this Overlord all the way over here, it is not going to see anything probably. There is really no way to get all the way over here and then, well, go to the Zerg base in a reasonable amount of time. Although you could still drop on this base by going all the way around the map, and I guess that's what he's trying to prevent from happening. But yeah, on the other hand, the Overlord is pretty safe there, up until the point where there are Vikings, and then still it needs to be scouted first before it will get taken out. So yeah, there's that. Anyhow, the rest of the Overlords hanging over here and hanging out just in general on the map somewhere. We are going to get an extra hatchery here, 2 extra hatcheries coming up. The Spire is coming up, so not going for those roaches that I kind of assumed would come out. Instead going for banelings, and where's the Spire? I'm supposed to be able to click that, but I don't know. It's probably right in my face, but I just didn't see it, something like that. Oh, here it is, here it is. It was on the edge, because it was here, and that's why I didn't focus it. Anyhow, we do have a Spire coming up, therefore, and Mutalisk Baneling will, well, with Zerglings of course, will be the tech of choice. We do have a Burrow coming up. Burrow severely underused in both StarCraft Brood War and of course, well, StarCraft 2 now. Burrow is a very, very good ability, and it can definitely, well, do a whole lot of good. And wow, all of the Marines actually escaped. Well, except for that 1 reinforcement, but yeah, that was just a miss micro there. And we are going to drop them and heal them, because with 2 medevacts and only a few of them being damaged, and not the entire group is damaged, we should be able to do this here. Now the entire group is damaged, and now he can't really heal that up anymore. So there's just not enough healing power in 2 medevacts to go with this entire, well, this entire group. So yeah, one of them is going to stay alive, this one, the creep tumor, and it is going to be able to repopulate this whole area, because that is what they do, man. They just spread like wildfire. We have Mutalisk coming up, which is a nice tech switch. It just doesn't work too well against Marines, and you can see so many Marines, no Marauders at all. Just says, well, as long as he's building just small units, like light units, then we don't really need anything else. It is a light unit. Well, this is a light unit, and the Zergling is of course a light unit, and even the Overlords are light units, I believe. Oh, no, they're armored, in fact. Huh. I guess they needed that upgrade, because otherwise they would get sniped by Marines a little bit too easily. And let's see if we can get anything done with this, because this is a major attack coming in, or well, majorly important attack. But yeah, as you can see, everything is already up. The Widow Mines are already up. The missile turrets are up. And yeah, he saw those Widow Mines, I'm assuming. And the Widow Mines will take apart a whole group of Mutalisks instantly. Because as you can see, they group up pretty nicely. And if you get one Widow Mine hit on this entire group, you basically lose. So let's see if that actually is going to happen. I have selected only the Mutalisk now, and the rest will just have to do. So yeah, now we're getting a decent amount of medevacs out, and with this amount of medevacs, we can actually heal the Marines that are stimming pretty easily. But look at the amount of Widow Mines out. He knows that is his weapon to get rid of these Mutalisks. He's going to burrow. Oh, he was too late on that. But yeah, the Widow Mine is not doing anything, but it might actually work right now. Oh, so many things going on at the moment. The Mutalisk doing a good job of just cleaning up those tanks and cleaning up those Marines. But there is more coming up. Yeah, that is the advantage of having Marines. If you have enough production facilities, you're going to just completely annihilate everything. And yeah, in the meantime, we're still hunting for that. Losing some Overlords. And losing all of these Banelings. Potential Banelings, that is. Because he didn't actually get to more of them all the way in. So he's going to lose a base now. But he has plenty of bases, so for now that is not too much of a problem. He does, however, need to squash this army instantly without losing too much. But the Widow Mines doing so much damage. I'm assuming that was Widow Mines. And yeah, well, of course the Banelings do a similar thing. Yeah, here you go with the Widow Mines. That only has one kill. Was a really bad selection. But yeah, it was only a Zergling, so it's not a big deal. But more and more Marines coming up. It is really the Marines versus Zergling fight, and the Marines will win that. Not only eventually, but all the freaking time. And of course, we have some Banelings coming up. Banelings should do very well, but they have to reach their target first, and that is of course the problem. They never reach their target. So yeah, all in all, I think this is basically just the Terran saying, well, I'm just stronger than you are, and I'm going to prove it to you. And indeed, he is going to prove that, and just marches in with his entire army. Just too many medevacs to heal that, and of course Stimpack is so strong. Stimpack is such a huge boost, but look at the reinforcements coming in on the minimap. It is just insane. Just streaming them in, he doesn't even care anymore, and Bomber takes the lead. So at least, what, 3 more games to play? So we're going to go on to game number 2, which will come out tomorrow or the day after. I don't know exactly when this will come out, but I generally, no, it's always Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so yeah. That will take a while, therefore. I'm going to group them closer if I get the chance to record enough games before my holiday starts, but yeah, well, you know the drill. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG!